Greetings, a special greeting to everyone. Thank you so much for being connected here. Confirm if you can hear me there, if you can see me. And it's great to be with you again. We are in Jamaica mode. I don't see you yet. There. How's it going? Good? Yeah. Yes, good. Well, super. That's good. How cool for all the people. Thank you so much to Teresa, who is always with us, helping with all the management, with everything we are doing. And well, now, yes, let's start our business presentation. Let's see if you can give me host privileges, and we'll record it so that more people can get to know and hear closely about our excellent business. More than 93 people connected. We want to reach 200 people. Is it possible to reach 200 people connected listening about our business opportunity? I think so. It is possible to reach it. We just need to manage to connect our guests. And if you are a guest, if you are connected for the first time here, well, that's great. I want to congratulate you. My name is Juan Manuel Jimenez, as Teresa mentioned. More than 16 years as an entrepreneur, retired from the Air Force, and today, in love with the digital world because, it is the digital world that has led me to achieve great things. Precisely, specifically with what has happened with cryptocurrencies, more precisely from back then, from the year 2016. We were involved with cryptocurrencies, and from there, we started to generate a business possibility, an alternative that today allows us to function very, very well. So it's great to have you all connected here and to be ready and prepared so that each one of you can understand a little bit about what we are doing and how you can start earning. And it is the end of speculation. Why do we talk about speculation? We talk about it because for a very long time, I think about 10 years ago, we started doing trading. And with trading, many of us tried to earn. Yes, we tried to earn, but ultimately, it wasn't like that. The truth is that we were playing to recover. And during that time, we managed, let's say, to earn something. But in the end, we were just, what I'm telling you, trying to get back to the initial money again. And during all that time, I was doing arbitrage indirectly. I didn't know I was doing arbitrage until I understood what arbitrage was. And that is what I want to talk to you about. Give me the next 20 minutes, and in 20 minutes, I will explain to you why you have to take this alternative. And it has to become the number one opportunity so that you can start generating. Here is an example that the team brought up, and I think it's something very practical for you to understand. Arbitrage is nothing more than negotiating a product, an asset, getting it at one price in one place, and selling it at another price in another, basically. Yes, it's getting the same asset at a different value depending on the government conditions or the conditions that are present in one country versus the other. So for a very long time, we were doing it. Look, in the United States, what was I doing? I was selling an asset called USDT. It happens that in Colombia, don't ask me the reasons, but in Colombia that happens. In Colombia, you can get Ethereum, right? This coin that you are seeing here on the screen, you can get it at a cheaper value, or more specifically, USDT, this digital dollar. This digital dollar you can get at one value and sell it at another much cheaper. The digital dollar costs $1 today, 0.99 as you are seeing, but you can get it at least 4% cheaper. Think of it like a currency exchange house. When you go to a currency exchange house and you want dollars, the dollar tells you, look, you can get it at $1 or minus 2% less, minus 3% less. I always like to use this example. When you go with your local currency to a currency exchange house and you ask, hey, what's your dollar rate? Well, I have the dollar at this price and I sell it to you at this rate and buy it from you at this value. That is basically what happens. But if you go to the currency exchange across the street, yes, the one right next door, that exchange house might have a variation in price for one reason or another. So if you manage to buy at a cheaper one and sell at the other one for a bit more, you have a business. That is the business, basically, arbitrage. Buying the asset at the same instant you are buying it, you are selling it. And when you sell it, you generate a profit. without the need to speculate or wait to see if it's going to go up, if it's going to go down, if Trump is going to speak tomorrow, if there's going to be a war the day after tomorrow. It doesn't matter. There will always be a price difference. And that price difference is what you can manage to generate and from which you can manage to generate very good results. Well, already more than 100 people connected. Thank you very much to all the people who are connected and, well, for being part of this. Based on what I just explained, we found a business and started developing it. I personally started developing it manually. What does manual mean? Just like with local currency exchange houses for pesos, dollars, or euros, there are also digital exchange houses, and these digital exchange houses trade digital currencies: Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDT, BNB, Solana. And these cryptocurrencies can be obtained at one value, and at another exchange house, you can capture that price difference. Here is a small example you can see for yourself. If you look closely at the chart, you can see that the price here is 1904. And then just a moment later over here, it is 1905. So it's easy. You buy here and sell here. That's it. You buy at one exchange house and sell it at the other. And for a long time, I did it that way. But what happened? That it's not a scalable business, because when you operate with one Ethereum, you buy a coin that costs $1,900, there's no problem. The problem occurs when you start to place 10, 15, or 20 coins to trade. A problem starts to happen because the exchange tells you, well, that's my business if you are taking business away from me. Basically, they start blocking, freezing funds, X, Y, Z. So we realized that it had to be done, but internally, not from the outside as a user anymore, but internally with the exchanges. And that was where we found the way. Another way we used to do arbitrage previously was by trading through P2P. What is peer-to-peer? Peer-to-peer is direct peer-to-peer trading. So I would buy from this person, look, I would buy from this one and sell to this one. That's it. The same business, but now with people, no longer with exchanges, with currency exchange houses, but with people, and a profit was made. The core problem really lies in the fact that when you are operating here, you are forced to use traditional banking financial entities. And almost immediately, they start asking you intrusive questions about what you do and exactly how you do it. Before you know it, the account blocks begin. I tell you this because I already did it, I already tried it, and that was what happened. But anyway, what actually happened here? Well, we managed to successfully find a unique way for each and every person to be able to generate a steady income without the absolute need to ever touch those traditional bank accounts, and instead just start generating wealth on their own terms. This is our virtual office, which you can have access to. And here we have our arbitrage system where all the information is completely public and you can review each of the transactions made. Currently, we are operating with capital of over $900,000 in this node. This is a portal to check what is happening internally within the node. And here we can see the execution, the profit, and what each of the operations generates. Currently, we are looking for a profit of $9,016. As of today, with the operations carried out in different cryptocurrencies, we no longer trade just one cryptocurrency. We trade several. For example, Ethereum. We sell Ethereum on coin. Actually, we buy it on CoinMates and then we sell it on OKX. But the key is that this happens instantly. It happens with advanced technology that handles everything for us internally, completely removing the need to be buying manually and selling manually. You see, in the past, many times between the purchase and the sale, we lost valuable time and we lost money. Here, this is happening in small, precise transactions that occur every single day, at all times, every single second, and we consistently make a profit from it. It is a seamless, automated process that ensures we are always capturing the best opportunities without any manual intervention. For example, right now, while I am speaking to you at 2025-02, 2025-04, operations are happening in real time between Bybit, Binance, OKX, Coinbase, Bybit, Binance, between Ethereum, USDT, Ripple, USDT. It is not possible for a person to do this. A system has to do it. Our goal is to reach $9,016. Currently, at this moment, we already have a profit operation of $7,673, and it all happens automatically. We are about to reach our goal, 0.98%. Our goal is to generate 1% of the capital being traded, okay? With this capital, we make small trades and generate profit from the trading of that asset between one exchange and the other, okay? It's simple. A person doesn't have to do it anymore. Juan doesn't have to be connected there making the trade anymore. Instead, it's a computing node that connects to the AWS, Amazon servers of each of the exchanges and makes the trade internally, okay? How are we doing so far? Is it clear? Is the topic being clear? I'm pausing. Please write in the chat if what I'm telling you is catching your attention. Yes, great, spectacular. And now we have P2P arbitrage, but here we serve as liquidity providers. When you withdraw money from the exchanges, they pay a higher commission than what they normally charge the user. So that this commission doesn't occur, they basically use liquidity providers like us who supply that liquidity externally and give it to the user so they don't need to pay that commission. And we generate a profit per completed operation. As you are seeing here, each one of these operations. The second way we generate. And the third, which I'm not going to show you now, so as not to go into more detail, is already in our node number 2, where we perform operations not only with the Binance exchange, but also with PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and you can see the operations that are happening in real time. At 8:17, an operation occurs, which has traceability on the blockchain. You can verify each one of these transactions and see if what I am telling you is real, because I can set up the whole system for you. But once you are verifying the operation directly on the blockchain, you can fully check what exactly happened, right? I invite you, I've told many people, look, do one thing, go to ChatGPT if you don't understand the topic very well, and what you will manage to see is the entire operation that is taking place and the negotiation that occurred. They are small cents that we collect during the operation, but that is done during the execution of UST, of BNB, of for example, the wrapped BNB, which is a wrapped BNB, it's called that way, and we take our profit at the end of the operation. We charge a small commission, but we earn it after having done the entire traceability. And you can check the entire path of the transaction and see what was done and how it was generated. These are small transactions that occurred between the BNB exchange moving to IPSwap, then to PancakeSwap, and returning again to Binance, which is when the profit comes in, and it generated the profit. And this, well, allows everything to be seen completely within the blockchain. There is no system in the market right now like ours. There isn't one. This node was specifically designed and configured based on experience and knowledge of financial markets so that you can see the operations as I am showing them to you right now, okay? So having said that, after you verify all this information is public, all of this is public, you can check it directly in back office. Each person has direct access to the operations and everything that is happening internally in this node that says Indubai Cross. Right now it is public on Dubai Cross 1 and on Dubai Cross 2, which is the second node where we can see each of the operations. It will be deployed, God willing, this Wednesday. We are finishing up adjusting a few things so that you can see each of these buttons because the information is delivered practically encrypted, right? But that needs to be translated into something more understandable for the user. And that is where we are doing that work. That said, now we are going to tell you what you are entitled to and how you are going to earn with what we are developing, okay? There are 5 pillars. Tonight, I am only going to talk about 2. For the others, ask the person who invited you what they are about. We are going to take a look at what the arbitrage program is. Over here, there is an example, a small calculator. You can participate with us starting from $50, generating a daily profit, withdrawing weekly, and having your capital available full time. For example, if you make an investment of $1,000 in our system, it is added to the pool, it starts trading, it generates results for you daily, and at the end of a week, you have generated 2.5%, that is $25. Per month, you are generating $100. That is 10% of your capital, okay? Now let's look at it a little more in detail, how this works and what it looks like, okay? Is that clear if you are seeing it? Let's move forward. When we look at the total 100% of the profit that you generate, it is carefully divided into three distinct parts. Specifically, 50% is allocated for the investor, 30% is set aside for the operational side of the business, and finally, 20% is dedicated to the referral system. I would like to personally invite you to join us and connect this coming Wednesday at 8 o'clock at night, Colombia time. The reason for this is that thanks to our management team and the fact that we are now seeing this project scale up so significantly, we really want to see the business grow even further. Because of this, we are officially setting aside 10% of our resources to pass directly into the referral system, and I can tell you that initiative is coming along very strongly. But, well, those are more benefits for you, so stay very tuned for that conference. Of the $1,000 you invest, you will get a maximum of 250% out of it. Here is a small example. If you invest $1,000 at the end of your contract term, you will have $2,500. In other words, $1,000 of your capital plus $1,500 more. Over here, there is a note, a little note that says 300% with the Indubai cars. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. How you can take your capital from $1,000 to $3,000 in the same amount of time and even in less time, okay? But the maximum you will generate under the business model I am explaining to you right now will be that at 300% or 250% if you choose something called the premium pool. Let's look at another example in a little more detail. If you, for example, invest $1,000. With $1,000, what you're going to do is generate a 5% profit. Let's go back here, okay? Which would be $50. Of those $50, 50% corresponds to $25, $15 for administration, and $10 for the referral system. 25 times 4 weeks, that gives you $100. That gives you 10% of your capital monthly. It's super good, it's great, okay? And over here, there is a referral system. This is optional only for those people who want to take it, and it is the possibility for you to take. For example, a person who invests with your referral link, this person earns 10%, which comes out to $100, and you earn 10% of that, meaning $10. How many times can you do it? As many times as you want and how hungry you are to make money with our system. And you can do this up to 6 levels. Which means that you can earn a commission on each one of these. And there are people who are already getting paid. At this moment, they are earning $331 weekly and even more, $1,324 monthly in a residual way, not by investing, but by showing people the path to be part of the business, okay? Let's be clear on this. It's crystal clear, right? It's very simple. Now let's go into a little detail about the Indubai cars, because with the Indubai cars, you can end up generating a slightly higher percentage. And this works in the following way. This page is public. Ask the person who invited you to give you a part of the page so you can see a little more in detail. But basically, you go to the main page and look here where it says buy cards. This business model is everything is new, but this is relatively newer. Thanks to the fact that we achieved our goal of having more than $500,000 operating our system, and this allowed us to reach the purchase of a new node and generate a little more profit for the people. The card system is quite interesting because it gives you access to our second pillar, which is the Indubai token, Indubai Falcon token. Why is this pillar so important? Because that is where we are going to build our entire ecosystem and where you can really start generating wealth with us. But let's explain the cards a little bit. The number one card, which is the $400 card, this has a value of $100. The metal card that you are going to receive, like the one you're seeing at this point on the screen. Let's see if you can see it. Let me know. You're seeing it there, right? You don't see it. Okay. This is a Visa branded card. Now you do, right? This is a Visa branded card. This card is widely accepted at virtually any ATM worldwide, so you can easily withdraw your cash from it without any problem at all. Over here, we have our dearest Teresa currently withdrawing funds from an ATM. I mean, it is certainly not rocket science, but, well, she's going to explain exactly how she does it, because the real genius of what we are doing here is that we are absolutely not burdening you with any complicated steps. Leo, I'm going to show you how we aren't loading it with dollar, we aren't loading it with Mexican pesos, we are loading it with the cryptocurrencies that you are earning, okay? So she's withdrawing from a normal ATM, and well, this will allow her to have her earnings faster. Previously, it was very difficult to access that digital currency, and even more so to exchange it back into her local currency. With the cards, you can now withdraw from any ATM or pay at any establishment, okay? There are many more videos on the channel where you can check everything I just told you. Now, what is the genius of these cards? That you are going to earn money through the car, not just from the value you are paying for the card, but from the arbitrage, because of the $400, $300, right? They go directly into the arbitrage system, which is designed to allow you to earn 10.5% monthly. This process continues until you reach a total return of up to 300%. Do you remember that when I started the conference, I told you, if you put $1,000 into our system, you will generate up to 250%, $2,500. With the cards, it increases by another 50%, and the percentage goes up as you add more capital or buy a card, for example, the $700 one, which already allows you to earn 11%, right? Or the next card, which is the gold one, which already allows you to earn at 11.5%, but that's already $1,000 in arbitrage, and a series of benefits are activated, such as the book, The Awakening of the Matrix, a book that will be delivered right now in Jamaica at our launch, and the finance book for children, for which the second version will be delivered. And another series of benefits that are activated as you get a more advanced card. The one for $2,100 at 12%. The Black Prestige of 3,000 already activates other additional benefits for you. The Silver of 4,000, the Gold of 5,000, and the Sapphire, which for us, well, is the most important card, not because of the investment amount, but because of the additional benefits. One of those benefits is at 14% monthly, receiving 300%, which means that you recover your capital in 7 months, and additionally have a series of benefits, such as, for example, the Priority Pass. For me, it's a great benefit. The Priority Pass is a card that allows you to access all the VIP lounges in all airports, and if you want to buy it separately, it costs you $1,000. With us, that card is already included. A time capsule in Jamaica, I'll explain it to you, get to Jamaica first, and the UNID card. The UNID card is about being part of a group called the Chaplain Defenders of Human Rights. It gives you a series of benefits, like having a diplomatic passport, like, for example, being treated as a diplomat because you are one, but it also has a series of obligations, which is to help in missions, of need, right? For example, right now, my colleagues from this group were involved in the aid activity in Venezuela, now in Colombia. And I personally, along with my community in Dubai, are making donations. Not so much because of the commitment, obviously we have to fulfill that obligation, but additionally because we want to help. So we are a community that is currently joining in to help with the whole situation in Colombia, and you can donate part of what you earn daily and be part of this activity that we are doing as a team. So, well, it's not just about generating money, but also about being part of a community that is learning every day, that is working every day, so that we can start to grow and start making things happen, as some of our users express, right? Some of our leaders who express, well, everything we have done, we generate more profit, I want to be very honest with you, but we prefer to give it back in spaces like these, where people train, get educated, and see that we are not just about money, but that we are also about that personal growth. Precisely in the pre-launch, I'll show you a little bit of what happened in Cancun and what could happen to you in Jamaica. Well, guys, we are here on the beach. dark because it's 3 in the morning. Hello, good morning. We are ready for the activity. Get ready. Don't miss it because this is going to be crazy. What I'm showing you here is part of the training of personal development because we need to create a community. And why do we need to create a community? Look, today, yes, the topic of arbitrage is important because it generates income for you, because it generates money immediately. And it's very good to turn $1,000 into 2,500 if you want it that way. But beyond that, the most relevant and most important thing to keep in mind is that, well, we are really only doing it with the specific goal of reaching the tokens, which is the primary objective we have set for ourselves in this particular phase of the project. The tokens, and this is an additional part that I want to show and explain to you, is the part where we are generating the greatest profit. I want to conclude in 2 minutes what Indubai is. Indubai is a community. It is a company that provides you with different products and services so that you can multiply your money digitally and automatically, where we handle the management and share the profits. If you help more people, you can end up earning much more because exponential residual earnings are generated. But the final goal of Indubai is to position a cryptocurrency that today has a value of $1 and that we want to take to 10 or 100. You acquire this cryptocurrency as you acquire Indubai's products. For example, the card. When you acquire the card, for example, the one that gives you 40 INF or the Gold Royal card for $5,000, besides paying you 13.5%, and besides those 5,000 turning into 15,000, it will give you 500 Indubai Falcon tokens. These 500 Indubai Falcon tokens will arrive here, and from here, you will start receiving 2 types of earnings. The first is that you will receive, tokens, additional tokens. That is called staking. Just for having them there, for holding them, for saving them, for keeping them reserved there and saying, I want to help take this cryptocurrency to $10 to $100. And you receive that profit, look, just as you are seeing here, okay? And besides that, you also receive commissions from arbitrage. For the same cryptocurrency that you acquired through the cards, you can also buy it if you wish. You can buy here and you can buy whatever you want without any problem. Right now, we are giving usability to this cryptocurrency through our casino. We have a virtual casino where people play, where people spend money, buy, want to win poker, whatever they want, right? And as this currency has greater usability in gambling, in communities where a lot of money is constantly moving, this cryptocurrency is going to go up. If you ask me what my goal is in creating all these tools and being able to bring this entire ecosystem to you, it is this: to give usability to our token so that it becomes a cryptocurrency and appreciates significantly. My goal is to reach 100,000 people. We have just started. Today we are more than 1,700 people at this moment. We haven't launched the business yet, but everything is ready for you to be a pioneer and start earning with us. Look, just to show a few of the testimonials from people who today express and say, thanks to Indubai, today I am generating great results in my life. Let's listen to Francisco, and at the end, I'll give you some very good news. Well, I came here looking for a way out of my work world, of what I normally. One of the things that left a mark on me was that they literally got us up at 2 in the morning. Well, I came here looking for a way out of my work world, of what normally any of us as Colombians, which I am, identify with. Waking up early, going, working, eating, returning home, resting, and continuing to repeat the routines. And I came and what I found was a refuge directly for my heart, where I realized all the capabilities we can achieve as long as we work as a team, work on your being, on your mind, on your body, demanding directly from your mind to respond, that it doesn't matter if your body is exhausted, but your mind can build so many things. Today here, Cancun, one of the best beaches in the world for me, became a place very, very deep in my heart. How I wish that all my family, my daughter, my parents, my team, all the people I love and adore were here with me. One of the things that marked me was that they literally woke us up at 2 in the morning, and we had a military style training, like running on the beach, doing leg exercises, all these kinds of things to start getting discipline. At the end of the exercise, we had a meditation session, looking at the sea, watching the sunrise. It was an experience that honestly I hadn't lived before. The business experiences were varied. I mean, honestly, one thinks that you come here just to have a good time, to eat at the buffet, which is food in abundance, but what there was the most of in abundance were new opportunities for one to be able to learn and get trained. So the invitation, and my invitation to my loved ones is to keep studying, keep learning, so we can keep building these moments. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to finish our presentation. Thank you very much. I just want to extend 2 invitations to you to join us in Jamaica. We are going to Jamaica for our launch. We are very happy because right now there are 35 qualified people. The question is, what did you have to do to get to Jamaica? And it is very simple. If I told you that the trip was free for each one of those people, it was very simple. It is still possible. We are 15 days away from closing our promotion. There is a jackpot. Today it is at $3,100. I mean, the card is Black Prestige. It is the Black Prestige card. I mean, among the people who are going, there will be a winner who will take home $3,100. Besides the fact that the trip was free for them, well, they also have the possibility of taking home a card after that trip because it is a competition. Besides being a training, it is a competition. Each of the people you are seeing here on screen is already qualified from Mexico, from Colombia, from Peru, from Chile, from many Latin countries. And there are still people who are already qualified and who are arriving. What they had to do was very simple. Either you invested $3,000 in the stage up to July 15th of this year, and you got round-trip air tickets from your city, meals, network marketing, lodging, 4 days, 3 nights, in a 5-star hotel, access to the event, and a spot based on volume generated, which is the prize I'm talking to you about. Now, at this moment, we are in the $6,000 stage. We already went through 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000, and now it's the 6,001. From August 16th to the 31st, if you manage to get 10 people at 600, 20 people at 300, or an investment of $6,000 invested in the system, which will generate that those 6,000 will turn into 18,000. You go with all these things I just mentioned to Jamaica, all expenses paid. So, there is still a possibility. If you are arriving for the first time, the trip is free for you. Understand it, grasp it. Put in $6,000, it turns into 18,000 for you, and you go all expenses paid. Why? Because our intention is for you to get to know the entire ecosystem. In 40 minutes, I can't manage to explain to you about the exchange, the power of crypto, of Indubai Falcon token, the casino, the Indubai Cross I, Indubai Cross 2, the compensation plan, everything. I mean, no, I can't do it. Look, just to mention a little bit to you so you can see. Here there are prizes and incentives that range, look at this, look just so you can see, that range from rank bonus prizes of $40,000, of $75,000. I mean, I want you to understand what I am telling you. If you realize right now we are working so that billions of dollars are actually made for people to generate profits above everything I am mentioning to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to everyone who connected.